Is it too late to buy Bitcoin? It's complicated. It's a complicated question and it's a complicated answer. I want to break down in this video some price predictions for Bitcoin as well as what I am still doing if I'm still buying Bitcoin at these price levels or not. So let's just go ahead and jump straight into this. I want to start off here by talking about Bitcoin's kind of place in the asset world. You see, Bitcoin right now, time recording this video, around $850 billion market cap. Not the smallest asset in the world, not the biggest either. We're really gunning for the market cap of gold, which is around $13.7 trillion, which if we were to do a comparable match for Bitcoin, would give Bitcoin a per unit price of like $600,000 per coin. Very interesting. This is a target we've had for a long time with the Bitcoin community. Bitcoin is digital gold after all, and that's where we're heading to, maybe. We are right now going through a very fascinating period with Bitcoin. Currently, we are in the accumulation zone. How much longer we can accumulate, hard to say. And is it even a good idea to accumulate at these prices? I've got some thoughts on that in a few minutes for you. But generally, buying in the yellow zones has turned out pretty well in the future. This has been the bear market accumulation area, or really what we can say is the start of a new bull market period where we haven't quite hit the Bitcoin halving yet. But now that we have this Bitcoin ETF thing coming, it's really throwing this model off to an extent. Hasn't quite thrown it off completely yet. If we cross over the previous all-time high before the Bitcoin halving, that would call into question the future validity of this 4-year halving model where we have this big run up, the accumulation period, the big drawdown, all this kind of stuff, as you can see here on the chart. Now, if we look at when the next halving is coming, which is April next year, and if we extrapolate from there the potential for price returns just from where we are right now, let's assume that this is the price that we're going to be at on the day of the Bitcoin halving. No one knows what the price is going to be on the Bitcoin halving day, but let's just use it as an example. Now, if we were to go up to 180K, which is kind of the top of the range from my previous predictions, maybe I need to update my prediction on where we could go just based on how bullish this Bitcoin ETF liquidity event actually is. It could see us pump higher than previously expected. But my initial thoughts in 2023 were that Bitcoin is going to go 150K, maybe 180K during this cycle. So 180K, that's only a 300% gain from here. Not bad. Not bad at all. 300% gains is fantastic. I don't think anyone would look at 300% gains and go, that's terrible. But is there something better out there? Can you have more gains elsewhere? Or is this price prediction simply not bullish enough? Well, let's look at a few price predictions from other people who are not just some dude like me on the internet talking about cryptocurrencies, right? Here we have Standard Chartered Bank Suits. The suit guys, they're a bank, guys. So we can definitely trust what they're saying. Bitcoin's going to reach $100,000 in 2024. Okay, so basically price is going to a little more than double from where we are right now. Sure. I don't think that's a bullish enough price prediction. If you ask me, the price is probably going to go a lot higher than 100K. Pantera coming out and saying, doubling down on their Bitcoin prediction for 2025. Specifically, this one, $147,843, August 13th, 2025. It's very specific, and I love that. That kind of fits in line with my 150K thoughts. But again, does this rather good, I think, price prediction if we look at previous cycles and diminishing returns and da-da-da-da-da. But then again, the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF calls all this stuff into question. Or does it? It's just another cycle and we're overestimating the Bitcoin ETF that's coming. I think we might be underestimating it personally. But hey, there you go. Pantera Capital, very smart guys. They probably all wear glasses, you know, got suits and all that sweet stuff. $147,843. Great. I love it. Okay. What about old man Max Kaiser? $220,000. Okay. Rock and roll. I dig it. Max, of course, longtime hardcore Bitcoin bull. 220K. Sure. That's probably the upper ends of what I initially thought could happen. Like, yeah, 180K has kind of usually been like my bull case, and 220 is like, well, maybe things get super crazy near the top. We'll see. What about this? Bloomberg reporting that some people are saying 500K and it's the crypto super cycle is back. Maybe 500K. It's a big number. It's a big number. That would basically be saying that we are all dramatically underestimating how bullish the Bitcoin ETF is. And this would almost get us to the market cap of gold, by the way. Pretty interesting, right? 500K is a damn big number. Can we move that hard, that fast with the low supply on exchanges and the Bitcoin halving coming and tens of billions of dollars of new liquidity coming into the markets? Maybe. It's only a 10x from here, though. Only a 10x from here, approximately, a little more than a 10x, but not that big of a gain percentage-wise, realistically. I know, okay, if you have $45,000, $50,000, whatever, you can go out and buy one Bitcoin today, and then you'll get a 10x on your money. Not bad. You'll make $450,000 profit approximately in that situation for your $50,000 investment. That's good. I think nobody out there is going to say, that's a terrible investment. You did terribly. No, that's pretty good. That's good. What about further afield? Well, Kathy Wood, ARK Invest, they put out some great papers on Bitcoin. We've covered those here on the channel before in the past. They're calling for a potential $1.48 million Bitcoin by 2030. That's a big freaking number. So if that turns out to be true, I mean, that's like a 30x still for Bitcoin from here. That long-term time frame makes buying Bitcoin at these levels a pretty interesting value proposition. Even all the other price predictions, relatively. Now, look, maybe what Standard Chartered Bank or Pantera and me are saying, not as exciting and compelling as $1.4 million, $1.48 million. Can't forget about the 8. That's a big number. It's a 30x plus return from here. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Just have to wait till 2030. It's only, come on, guys, only 6 more years. What else are you doing, huh? Watching Netflix or something? You can hold your Bitcoin till then, right? If Kathy, of course, is right. And obviously, we have a once in a market liquidity event with this Bitcoin ETF. It's hard to really fully get people to understand how fundamentally crazy the Bitcoin ETF really is. Again, once in a lifetime, once in a market liquidity event is coming. All bets are off to some extent. So, hey, if you can hold on long enough, fantastic. But what if you want to get rich this cycle? Well, if you want to make the big bucks this cycle, you're hoping for that 500K and your 10x return. Maybe or at least hope Max Kaiser is going to be right near your 220K, right? So you get a 6x or whatever off the current prices. 5x, I guess, closer to. Not bad, but not life-changing money, is it? If you buy one, if you have enough money to buy one Bitcoin right now for $45, whatever $1,000 it is, and you then sell at 220K, well, you've made 200K, but you've only really made 400% returns. Good, but not life-changing probably for a lot of people who already have 50K to be able to invest in a single Bitcoin. Now, before we get into what I'm personally doing, just a quick note, if you're not signed up yet to the Wealth Mastery newsletter, you got to get it checked out. Best damn newsletter in the cryptocurrency industry. I know I'm super biased when I say it because it's my newsletter, but it is freaking awesome. We got a big team of writers. They are all just like super crypto nerds. And we, every single week, we dive deep into the markets. We got altcoin alpha, altcoin reports, altcoin news, crypto market news, NFT mints, DeFi tutorials, technical analysis. Super value packed, every single issue. We spend about 40 hours a week writing this bad boy, so you can get it straight to your inbox and read it in like 10 minutes. Check it out. Over 90,000 people a week are reading this, and you can get it for the great, great price of free. It's free. It's free. Check it out. Link in the description. So, what am I doing? Am I buying more Bitcoin? Of course, not financial advice. I'm only sharing what I'm doing, my adventures in the market, right? I can't tell you what to do with your money. That's not what we're here about. That's what we're doing, right? What am I doing with my hard-earned cash right now? Well, I'm not actually buying any more Bitcoin at the moment. No, it's true. It's true. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not acquiring any more Bitcoin in any sorts of ways. More on that in a second. But in particular, I'm not putting cash into Bitcoin right now. Best we're looking at this market cycle, not by 2030 30. I've got a big stack of Bitcoin we've been acquiring during the bear market. You guys have probably been here watching these videos, hearing me week after week saying, guys, I'm buying more Bitcoin. Guys, I'm buying more Bitcoin. Bought a lot more Bitcoin under 30K. It felt good. It's now a great time to buy Bitcoin. It's not bad. It's not bad. As we discussed, even some of the more conservative estimates, you're going to get like a 3x, maybe a 4x on your money. If some of those more bullish estimates come out, you might get a 6 to 10x return, assuming you sell, of course. If you're taking a longer term time frame, well, then you're probably not sorted, especially if you want a lower risk bet in a very volatile market, right? Obviously, crypto is volatile. You can lose all your money. Risk disclosure statement down below. Also, my full portfolio disclosure there if you're ever interested to know what coins I hold. Anyway, here's the thing. Long-term, Bitcoin's going to be fine. This cycle, though, what's going to make you the most money? Bitcoin's the safest bet in the market by far, according to me. And as such, if you're willing to seek safety but smaller returns, Bitcoin's still a great bet, even at these prices. If you can have that low time preference, if you have a really low time preference, you wait till 2030. And if Cathie Wood's only halfway right and it goes up to 750K, you're still doing pretty damn good on a $45,000 purchase, aren't you? But me, I want to go for death and glory in the altcoin jungle. I'm looking at a 5x or a 10x return. If Bitcoin does 10x and goes to 500K, that means top altcoins are going to do 20 to 50x returns. That means that mid-cap altcoins are going to do crazy, crazy sums. It's about percentages. I could buy a mid-cap altcoin that does a 20x. And if Bitcoin only does a 5x, that means I can sell that altcoin, pay my taxes, obviously, and then still be able to get 2 to 3 times as much Bitcoin. Use the altcoins to get the Bitcoin. High risk money into low risk money, right? Altcoins to Bitcoin. Very popular way to stack coins in this market. So that's my thought. That's what I'm doing. I'm not buying Bitcoin directly these days, although I still do earn Bitcoin. So I do get a little bit of Bitcoin from time to time. Like anybody who uses my affiliate link to buy a Ledger wallet, they pay out their affiliate program in Bitcoin, or some of the other affiliate programs as well that I'm an affiliate for. Also, like I just said, I will take some of my profits from altcoins and move them into Bitcoin. Now, I may not do that when the price of Bitcoin's at, I don't know, let's say 250K, because at that point, it's like, well, you should probably just wait, put that money from the altcoins into cash, and then wait for markets to cool down and try and buy at a better price. Doesn't always work. The market can remain irrationally bullish longer than you can remain sane, right? Still, though, that would be the general plan. But as long as Bitcoin's under 100K or certainly under new all-time highs, taking some altcoin profits, putting them into Bitcoin, sure, that's fine. Fresh cash, not convinced right now. I feel like the risk reward is better with altcoins at the moment, but it is a risk, and you have to understand that. You don't need to follow me down that rabbit hole. Again, not financial advice. Think about your own game and what you're doing. But for me, I have enough Bitcoin already because I stacked a lot during the bear market, and I can afford to take these measured risks in the altcoin market. Anyway, let me know what you think. Are you doing something similar, or are you just all Bitcoin all the time, stacking sats, regardless of anything else going on in the markets? Or are you looking at, you know what, I want to make bigger returns. I want altcoins. That's how I'm going to make the big money in this cycle. Let me know down below. Peace out.